Sagittarius, so welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading for the month of December. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate, it may not. If it does resonate with you, great. In this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your challenge for the month of December. I'm going to also be taking a look at past, present, and future for you and pull some advice. Okay, so Sagittarius, what is your challenge for the month of December, your birthday month? Let's see. And if you're Sagittarius and you already had your birthday, happy belated birthday. Okay, so your card for December, your challenge is the Four of Cups. Okay. Right. Wow. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So let's get into your reading. Let's talk about the details, okay? So the first thing for you here, you have the Four of Cups. Now the Four of Cups, for you, it's quite a challenging challenge. It's quite an interesting challenge for you for the month of December. One of the things that I'm getting here is there is this energy, I'm strongly getting this energy of like uncertainty here with the Four of Cups. Boredom, uncertainty, just being indifferent to something, okay? Now, of course, like you all know, when I'm doing readings, I'm not specifically just talking about love. This could be really anything, okay? But essentially your challenge has a lot to do with an offer that's being made, okay? Either an offer is being made or it's almost like someone here is trying to get your attention, okay? For some of you, it could be love. It could be, you know, a person you work with. We're gonna see as we get into the reading, but either way, your challenge has a lot to do with rejection. It's like you're rejecting something or you're having a hard time rejecting something. Some of you are ignoring something, and as much as you are trying to ignore it, there's something here that may be bothering you, okay? And we're gonna see as we get into the reading what this all means for you moving forward. All right, let's talk about the recent past. Now, in the recent past, you have the Four of Swords, you have the Death, and you have the Page of Wands, okay? So in the recent past, there was a significant ending that took place in your life, either an ending of a relationship, an ending of maybe where you lived, maybe a job situation, something in your life in the past transformed, okay? It either came to an end or transformed in some way, shape, or form. I do feel right away when I saw this combination with the Four of Swords, the Death, and the Page of Wands, I did see this energy of, it's almost as if you were forced to heal from something here that ended really badly. It's like you really had to put yourself in this place of self-care, healing yourself. And some of you may have felt lost in the past about this. Like you may have felt really down and out about your situation. And some of you may have thought in the past, you know what, I'm never going to recover from this situation. I'm never going to be able to pick myself up again and start over. Like it's impossible for me to do that. So in the past, this happened to you, but I think over time, for some of you, it took 4 months. I'm getting something here about 4 months. Like it took you 4 months to really sit with yourself and, process what you went through here in the past. What I also see here in the past is that a lot of you eventually gained this energy to get yourself back up again and have a brand new beginning, okay? So many of you started something new here in the past, and it really helped you to forget about in the past, right? It helped you to forget about maybe somebody here who, you know, things didn't work out with you. Maybe it was a friend, maybe it was a partner, maybe it was a project, something here that didn't work out for you. Some of you felt like a failure here in the past, but you were able to completely pick yourself up, pick the pieces up. Took you maybe four months, I'm getting here, and you finally were able to move forward. For some of you, if it wasn't 4 months, it took you maybe 4 years. Okay, it took you quite some time here in the past. Now, let's talk about the present moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the 10 of Cups, you have the Lovers, and you have the 8 of Cups. So in the present moment, I see happiness, love, support, this warmth right now for you in the present moment, which is beautiful. It's like many of you have found your soulmate, you found the one, you found the person who just really highlights the beauty within you, right? And some of you may have said, oh, you know, I'm never going to find the one, or I'm never going to find a person who appreciates me or sees my value, but you were actually wrong about that, because you did. Many of you did find this energy, this person. Now, if you haven't found this person, you're still single, some of you still need to disconnect or walk away from something here that is not supporting you anymore, okay? And this is the message here, especially around your birthday, whether your birthday was in November or it's in December. It's gonna be really important for you to recognize when a cycle is done, okay? Because sometimes it's hard to just truly recognize, right? When something is just not for us anymore, when it's done, when we need to move forward. So because your birthday is happening now, I'm gonna tell you what the significance of a birthday is, okay? It's not just because really you're born on one day. You're never going to be born again. It's just, you know, one day that you're born, and your birthday is just a reflection of the date that you were born, okay? Because the years change and stuff, and we grow and we evolve, right? So I feel for you, the most important message here is the fact that if you are trying to have a new beginning, if you are trying to move forward in a way where you want this love, this support, this fulfillment, you may need to walk away or disconnect from something here that doesn't align with you, okay? And again, it's not gonna resonate with all of you, because some of you found the person for you. Like, you literally found the person that brings you happiness and joy, and I'm so happy for you. That's great. Because I know for quite some time you were struggling with that, and now you have got it. You got it down. So if you're not in this place of happiness, if you're not in this place of finding the person that is meant for you, perhaps you need to walk away from something. And we're going to talk more about this, more in depth about what it is. It's very much connected to your emotions and how you feel. For some of you, this could be a situation that, especially because we just had the full moon in Gemini, which is your 7th house if you're a rising Sagittarius, there's something that emotionally keeps holding you back, and it may be blocking you from actually enjoying this happiness that you truly deserve, okay? Now, in the near future, you have the Tower, you have the 5 of Swords, and you have the 4 of Wands. I feel like in the near future for you, there's this bubble that pops. It's like, boom. And this bubble that pops for you, and I'm getting that with the 5 of Swords and the Tower, it's like something is finally coming to your attention. Something that maybe you've ignored for quite some time is coming to the surface now. And there is a bit of this, I don't want to say drama, but there's a bit of this like, okay, can we deal with this now? Can we rebuild our lives? Can we really just get back to this place of being stable again? Okay, because a lot of you, since this thing in the past ended for you, yes, you've moved forward. Yes, you've had a new beginning. Yes, you maybe are in this place right now in the present moment where you're really happy, you're really fulfilled, you've met somebody. Even if you're not in that place, in the near future, there's this emphasis, Sagittarius, of rebuilding certain aspects of your life, whether that's publicly or privately. You're rebuilding something, because when you move into the near future, you're creating a very solid foundation, the 4 of Wands. You're creating something that's solid here, whether it's a relationship, a home, a peaceful mental state. Like you're creating something that has value here with the Four of Wands. And it's something here that's long-term. I don't feel like it's something that's wavering. It's something long-term. So the challenge here for you is the Four of Cups, but I feel like the challenge is going to hit more in the future, closer to the new year as we enter into January, and that's usually the month where everybody's depressed, right? Like we have the January blues and, you know, we're just kind of in this place of, can we just get over January after the holidays, right? So during that time, as we exit December into January, I feel this strong emphasis here of really rebuilding your life. And it may be something that you needed to do for quite some time, but you've been ignoring it, or maybe you didn't have time for it, but now in the future, it's like I don't want to say you're forced to do it, but you look at it as where you're like, yeah, now is the time for me to do this. Now is the time for me to really rebuild my life in a way where I can actually create the stability for myself, because a lot of you didn't have the stability in the past. Okay. And ever since the ending happened here in the past, you knew you needed to move forward, but maybe you didn't take that time to actually rebuild certain important aspects in your life. Okay. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel you're moving towards something here, in the near future that is connected to your fulfillment and happiness. Okay, so investing into yourself, investing into maybe your education, building some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? You're building more value within yourself because you're realizing this, right? Like as soon as you have your birthday, some of you are turning like the big 30, or maybe you're turning 40. Like there's something significant about this year when you have your birthday where you're like, wow, I need to grow up, or I need to start investing more in myself. Like you're doing more for yourself. That's what I'm getting, especially if you are somebody who recently entered into a relationship. It's like you want to do better, not only for yourself, but you want to show your partner, or you want to attract the right person into your life. Okay. So this is what I'm getting for you energetically. What I'm going to do is we're going to focus primarily on your challenge, because your challenge is really baffling to me. Why is the Four of Cups here? Why is it showing up for you? What is the significance here in regards to that? What's the important message for you? Ooh, okay, so we have 3 cards. Okay, so I feel, I'm just gonna put this out there before I read the cards that are showing up here. I'm going to emphasize that this reading is gonna touch more on those of you who are single. I'm getting a single vibe here. Now, even if you are in a relationship, it could still resonate with you, but I'm really strongly getting something here about some of you are dating somebody who you may have high expectations for this person, and it's very similar to the Libra reading, okay? So if you didn't watch my Libra reading, or if you have Libra somewhere in your chart, please go and watch that, because there is some sort of connection here with that. So the Four of Cups, there's a strong energy here of rejection, okay? So either you, and I'm just gonna call it as it is, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, because you all know when I do my readings, I'm just straight up. Like, I don't have time to, you know, beat around the bush with you. Four of Cups is somebody feeling rejected, somebody feeling not valued, somebody feeling that when they try to make an effort, their efforts are wasted, or they're not directed in the right direction. So the message here for you is expectations. Okay. Some of you have very high expectations for somebody, but they either are letting you down, or maybe you're letting yourself down. It says be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. So some of you feel very strongly about an offer that's coming in, but you're rejecting it maybe because of integrity. Some of you are saying, oh, this isn't the right thing to do. Maybe I can't accept this offer. It's not really the right thing to do. It says, drop the things that offend your soul, embrace your truth. It's your life. Let no one live it for you. So a lot of you have to be honest with yourself. Okay. This is a message here. You know, it's really important that you're honest with yourself. If you don't like something, it's better for you to be honest and upfront than waste your time or somebody else's time, okay? And this is about rebuilding your life. It's really about rebuilding your life, and it's really also about where you're putting your energy, because if you are in a place where, you know, offers are coming in, or someone's making an offer to you, or someone's trying to communicate with you and you're ignoring this person, or they're ignoring you, it leaves the door open to misinterpretation. Okay, so, expectations and integrity and energy, where is your energy going? Are you entertaining people or situations that can't be upfront with you? Okay, or are you the one doing this, right? Because right now, somebody here has an expectation. And what I feel here, Sagittarius, is either you're not fulfilling that expectation or this person isn't fulfilling the expectation. Take it as it resonates. But either way, it says life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. So I feel this challenge is very much important for you because it is showing you where you should be putting your energy and where you shouldn't be putting your energy. Some of you are putting your energy towards situations that you don't want to be a part of anymore. You're bored, you're not in alignment with it, but you keep it around anyways. And you have to be very careful about that because, first of all, I know you want maybe everything to be positive all the time and you don't want to start drama or anything, but the reality is integrity, for yourself and for others. Because this is part of moving forward and taking responsibility, okay? So your challenge has a lot to do with being upfront about something here that you don't like anymore, that you don't want to be a part of anymore. You want to close this story out. You want to shift your focus somewhere else and you want to live your life again, okay? So that's going to be your challenge, really being honest with somebody about how you feel. If you don't want to be a part of something anymore, let that person know so they don't have to waste their time, and vice versa. If somebody's wasting your time and somebody isn't living up to perhaps the expectations that you expect of them, then maybe that's, now is the time to emphasize that now, right? I say this because when your birthday comes around, right, and we're about to have this, I said there's no such thing really as rebirth, but there is hypothetically, yes, there is this energy of rebirth because when your birthday comes around, it's a new cycle that's starting, right? There's something new that's starting. And this cycle that's starting new is a new solar year for you, right? It's 1 degree forward for your progressed sun, which means you're growing, you're changing, you are evolving into something bigger than maybe what you were a year before, which means more responsibility, growing up, all of that. So the message here for you is that if you don't want to carry nonsense into the new year, you need to make it right now, okay? You need to make it good now and you need to make sense of it. And you need to recognize where you're putting your energy. Because if you're putting your energy towards something that isn't in alignment with you, you're actually blocking the doorway for either something better to come in or you're blocking the doorway for this person who's really interested in you. Okay, so there needs to be this honesty. And it may be hard at the beginning to do, but it's going to clear the air for you to have more energy and to be able to rebuild your life the way that you want to. Okay, so let's talk about in the recent past. So in the recent past, I mentioned friendship as well. Some of you ended a friendship or you stopped talking to certain people in the past because they just weren't in alignment with you. Okay, and I'm just going to mention in this reading that there's 2 groups of you. Sometimes I do readings and there's 2 groups of you. There's those of you who are more evolved and those of you who are still evolving, okay? So for those of you who ended like a friendship in the past or you had a major ending in the past, you chose to end something here in the past because it wasn't in alignment with you. Whereas some of you, you're currently in that situation where you have a situation around you that you want it to come to an end, but you're ignoring it, but you want to pretend like it's not there. It's hard to deal with. So take it as it resonates. Many of you ended something here in the past because it wasn't in alignment with you anymore and it came to an end. It was very difficult for you to accept this here in the past. You had to take action towards healing yourself. It said, stop hesitating, movement creates the magic, nothing can hold you back. So for many of you in the past, something here was holding you back and that's why you put an end to it. And it allowed you to completely move forward with your life into something bigger and better. If this was a friendship, the message here is be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and are really, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Yes. So for many of you, there was this desire, and some of you, like I said, still have this desire to let something or someone go, Like they're not in alignment with you. It's not for you. You don't resonate with it anymore. And it says, it is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom, be the swan on the water and glide. So one of the reasons why you ended a certain relationship, partnership, is because it wasn't allowing you to grow. It wasn't allowing you to bloom. It wasn't allowing you to become the best version of yourself. And the beautiful thing about love is oftentimes, love, when somebody truly loves us, they allow us to grow. We feel comfortable. We feel like we can grow. We can become a better version of ourselves. Some of us are resistant to that. Some of us are like, oh, I don't want to grow. I just kind of want to stay in the same place that I'm in. But I think with everything that happened to you in the past, Sagittarius, you may have said to yourself, like, I just want to grow. I want to become a better version of myself. I need to take action. I need to cut certain people off. I need to heal from this situation. I need to take care of me. So that's what a lot of you did here in the past. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. What happened for you in the past. Okay. Now let's talk about the present moment. Now in the present moment, you look like you're having a very good time. You look happy, you look fulfilled. I see children here for some of you, or there may be discussions about children as well here in the present moment with the 10 of Cups and the Lovers. I feel whoever you are dating or whoever you're involved with in the present moment, there's a very strong connection between you and this person. Okay. Even if you're not together, some of you, like, you still have a strong connection with somebody that maybe you're not with. You're disconnected from. So I feel in the present moment, if you are in a relationship with someone, it looks positive, it looks great. If you're not in a relationship with someone, and I'm going to give you two scenarios, either you've disconnected from this person, they've walked away from you and you're in separation, or it could be that you're contemplating disconnecting from somebody in the present moment. Okay. Not going to resonate with all of you. If you have a beautiful, loving connection presently in the moment, that part of the reading isn't going to resonate with you. Okay. It's for those of you who really need the message. So let's clarify the 8 of Cups and see what the overall message is here. And I'll pull some more cards for that too. Dreamer. Adversity. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the first card is Dreamer. Some of you, I'm just going to put it out there, some of you have very high expectations for a particular person you're dealing with. Okay, it says your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Some of you want to walk away from a relationship. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. Some of you want to walk away from a relationship. Some of you have been interested in somebody for the last 8 months, 8 weeks maybe, where you've been dreaming about this person, or you have some sort of dream about idolizing this person. You have some sort of expectation. Going back to your challenge, the expectation card. Okay, let me show you the expectation card. Okay, so really what's happening here is there's a bit of adversity. It says, see the gifts and challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. So a lot of you are realizing that there's a situation that you're involved in, could be a relationship, could be a marriage. You're just not satisfied anymore. You're not happy. And some of you are contemplating walking away. You're dreaming of walking away. Or if you're not dreaming of walking away from this person, maybe you have an expectation of this person being in love with them and having a fulfilling relationship with them, but your expectations are too high. So the message here is, and going back to your challenge, the 4 of Cups, if you're not satisfied in something, if you don't like something, what seems to be holding you back? Some of you might say, oh, well, there's children involved, or maybe I'm married, or maybe I'm not satisfied. So if you're not satisfied with something, if something's bothering you, why aren't you communicating about that? Are you afraid of the response that you're going to get from the other person? Are you unsure of what it's going to lead to? Because here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? And you all know I haven't been here for quite some time, but now I'm back, okay? You all know that I'm very different the way I do my readings. I'm not somebody who's going to sugarcoat and tell you everything you want to hear and You know, I still want to be positive about manifestation and all that, but I also want to prepare you for what you don't see coming, especially if you're somebody watching this and you're actually having issues, like you need guidance. Okay, that's why you come here, because you need guidance, not because, you know, you just want entertainment. For some of you, you just want entertainment, but for majority of you, you're really looking for some solid advice, like you're looking for solid guidance. So I'm going to tell you something that if what I'm telling you resonates with you, you need to remember that the more you run away from something or you ignore something or you pretend that it's not a problem, the more it is going to show up in the future. And I think, again, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but for some of you, you were doing this like in the past for quite some time. I remember doing readings for you where I'd mentioned to you, you know, it's important for you to confront things that you don't like so that you can close them out and move forward. I know some of you watching this, you may be saying, well, I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the person who's causing drama. I don't want to be, but it's not about causing drama. It's about recognizing what you need to release in order to feel happy. Your happiness is important. Your fulfillment is important. There's no point in being involved in something and forcing yourself to be there when you don't want to be there, okay? So I feel in the present moment, you have dreams, you have goals, you have things that you want to achieve. Some of you want a beautiful relationship where you feel like that true deep love, and maybe you're in a relationship now where you don't feel that, okay? So you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest about your emotions and your feelings. Okay, because this is going to determine what the future looks like for you. And the more you deal with situations in the present moment that you don't feel are in alignment with you, the more you actually make room for the things that are meant for you, whether they're right or wrong. Okay. So that's what I feel is the message here. And that's maybe why you feel adversity, because some of you feel that there's some guilt here, right? It's like, oh, well, I shouldn't walk away from the situation, or I shouldn't ignore it, or I shouldn't pretend when it comes to the situation. But a lot of you are doing that as a coping mechanism, right? You're just like, well, it's better if I just ignore the situation, because if I ignore it, then, you know, I don't have to feel pain, or I don't have to feel this trauma, right? But the thing is that when you do that, you know, when you pretend that something isn't bothering you and deep down it is, it affects you on a subconscious level. And that subconscious level manifests in other things outwardly in the physical realm that, you know, we question, right? Like, why am I sick all the time? Or why am I depressed? Or why am I angry? Or why am I, you know, whatever you may be feeling, like these type of emotions, right? So that's what I feel is happening for you in the present moment. And that's something that is definitely calling your attention to recognize, okay? Now, in the near future, if you continue, and again, the reading is not gonna resonate with all of you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's simply just not your reading this month, but you can check your other signs. In the near future, you have the Tower, which means whether you want to address the problem in the present moment that you're not satisfied with, that you keep feeling adversity towards, there will be some form of a breakdown, okay, of something here in the near future, okay? Not gonna resonate with all of you, okay? Only take the messages that resonate. The Tower here is talking about the fact that a situation in your life is crumbling in the near future, because instead of addressing the issue in the present moment, it leads to it breaking down anyway, because there's something here, Sagittarius, you're not happy with in the present moment. You're not satisfied with it, and you're either ignoring it, or you're having a hard time walking away from it, or you're dreaming about walking away from it, but you're afraid of the adversity that's connected to it. So in the near future, you have this strong, deep desire. It's almost like you're fighting for it, for love and support and a real relationship, one that makes you feel warm, fulfilled, happy, and whole. And you're fighting for this in the near future. Like, you're gonna do anything you need to be loved and to be in a stable relationship and to have a beautiful home and to feel happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, anybody who says you're crazy for wanting that, no, if that's what you want, that's what you want. Go for it, you know? But remember, when you're building that foundation, you need to build it on a solid foundation. And that's what the Tower is talking about here with the Four of Wands. It's like, okay, you want a stable, solid relationship, but what is it that you're ignoring that's stopping you from being able to create that stability within yourself? Okay, so I feel that's connected. The future is connected to the present moment. Whatever you decide in the present moment is definitely going to manifest and be created for the future. So let's touch on, actually, I'm going to pull one of these oracles and then I'm going to do some more clarification for you. I want to clarify this 8 of Cups and the Tower, because I feel like the 8 of Cups in the present moment is connected to the Tower for you. So let's see what's happening here. Clarity, yes. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so in the near future, there's this, if you're feeling this energy in the present moment where there's this fog, like there's a fog and there's this feeling of like, I'm not gaining the clarity. I don't really understand what's happening, right? It says, banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. So with Neptune currently in Aries and it's trining your sun, moon, or rising, this is telling you that something here that's been very much foggy for you for quite some time is now clear, okay? So in the future, when something ends or breaks down, it breaks down and it ends because you finally have clarity on what you need to do to rebuild it, right? So this Tower moment in the near future, it's, again, it's not a bad thing. The Tower moment happens because you want to rebuild your life. And the beautiful thing is that you have the 4 of Wands here. It's not like it's a negative card. And the 5 of Swords is really just a competition card. It's not that bad of a card. The 5 of Swords is more of like an ego energy for me. It's more like I'm going to do anything I need to get what I want. Okay. So in the near future, you gain the clarity of what you need to truly let go of, right? The thing that you truly need to break out of your life. Again, it could be something you've been ignoring. Maybe it's something you're not satisfied with. Maybe it's something you're not happy with. Maybe it's environments or people that you need to remove yourself from. You gain some sort of very valuable clarity. And with that clarity comes this emerging energy of like, yeah, now I'm ready to build that relationship. Now I'm ready to invest. Because in the past, you may have had an opportunity to have a relationship. You may have had an opportunity to do certain things that really made you feel connected to. But in the near future, it's like you're sure of something. And you're only sure of something because you finally have the clarity of what you truly need to let go of. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm just gonna pull, I wanna pull a few more cards. I'm gonna pull one card for this, 8 of Cups. And yeah. So in the present moment and I'm just going to go back to the present moment, with the 8 of Cups, you have the 8 of Swords. So I feel in the present moment, there's this very strong energy here of feeling stuck. Some of you actually feel alone and stuck. Some of you are in a relationship or you're in a marriage and you feel stuck. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. It's not going to resonate with all of you. In the near future, you have so much clarity on your finances, on your projects, on the type of person you want to attract, the relationships. You're so clear on what you want that you're finally ready to let something go and you don't care the consequences, right? Whereas in the present moment, you may be in this place where you may be saying, well, you know, if I walk away from this, or if I engage in this, or there's something that you're doing in the present moment, it doesn't satisfy you and you're ignoring it. And there's a lot of adversity there. But in the future, you don't care anymore. It's like you don't care anymore. You're like, okay, whatever, if it needs to happen like that, that's the way it needs to happen, because you gain this clarity, okay? So this is a process for you. It's something that you will eventually realize, okay? So let's get some advice for you on this. It's a bit of a complicated message, but for those of you who need it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not going to resonate with all of you this month. It's not. Okay. All right. So your advice here, your biggest piece of advice, Sagittarius, you have the 7 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. Your biggest piece of advice here is to really evaluate certain relationships in your life. Okay. There's somebody that you're dealing with that right now, you're not on speaking terms with them, or you are kind of like ignoring them, or you're overthinking a situation connected to this person, and you really have to think about this long term. Why do you want to be with this person? Are you ready to completely invest into this person? What have you learned from your past relationships so you don't make the same mistakes again? This is definitely about a relationship dynamic. really evaluating. Okay, so before you take that plunge, before you move forward to invest your time, your energy, your money, your efforts into this, ask yourself why you're doing it, why it's important to you, and what did you learn from the past so you don't repeat the same mistakes. Once you look at that, you're going to have more of a solid understanding of what is required for you to create something long-term that is stable and deserving of true love, okay? So this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this reading helped. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.